Everybody who's been on the internet for any period of time knows exactly what a clout chaser is. Somebody who desperately wants to be seen as somebody on the internet. And really, it could be in any facet of life, but with how accessible things like smartphones are, it gives anybody an opportunity to speak their mind and upload it online for the world to see. And every now and again, you get a horrible person like this who isn't afraid to say or do anything in that desperate quest for clout.
Okay, so what would be, since I got you on a better connection now, what would be the requirements for you to buy my daughter? I have chlamydia, which is my favorite STD. Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap! I'm really straight. I only like guys, but I like to my baby just to see her cry.
This is Lovely Peaches, and many of you may already be familiar with this woman's story. However, today I want to show you guys some of the worst parts of it, and then brush you up on what she's doing right now. And this is a really unsettling story, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, a lot of the stuff this woman is saying is just complete fabrications used to get attention, but even saying some of the stuff you're about to hear in this video just makes me think you're a completely mentally ill person who shouldn't have any type of contact with your kid or animals, and you'll see why that is pretty soon here. Peaches was at the height of her popularity about 7 to 8 years ago. She had millions of followers on Instagram at one point. Well, maybe millions is the wrong word, but at least a million, and that's pretty goddamn impressive no matter what you say. But people love watching a trash fire. People love seeing others do like outlandish crazy shit that they know they would never do in their life. And that's where Peaches' song Burnin' and Itchin' comes in. Because yeah, that's a real fucking song this woman made. And of course it has millions of views, because at one point a lot of people knew about this woman, but then her story just kept getting darker and darker with the shit she would do. But it's not like she would just say dark, terrible things to get attention. She would also say gross, weird things to get attention, such as, well, you know, the song Burnin' and Itchin', it kind of sums up what you're about to hear, but just take a listen at this.
Have more respect for women, because we can't help our warts. We can't help our smells. We can't help it. And if you think it smells bad to you, imagine what we gotta go through. We gotta smell that shit 24/7, non-stop. I mean, it's something that every woman has. Every woman has a vagina area, and vaginas are very toxic. They put out toxic waste. They smell. They itch, they burn, and they attract insects.
I mean, already you gotta be thinking it can't get worse than that, right? And it totally can when she goes on and talks about her favorite STDs.
I have chlamydia, which is my favorite STD. One of my favorite STDs, at least. I have a goal of getting AIDS. That's one of my goals in life, and when I catch AIDS, y'all gonna have to catch me. Y'all gonna have to catch me to stop me, because I'm gonna be so fucking happy. Like, y'all won't even be able to catch me, and that'll be the first time I run in years, because I can't even run. But if I catch AIDS, y'all could see me run that day.
Oh shit. Okay. Would you believe me if I told you it gets even weirder?
Okay, so I was talking to one of my friends, and I was telling them how I got 4 STDs. I know they jealous on the inside, but they also happy for me. And I was telling them how I'm planning on giving so many men these diseases. Every man, huh?
As you should.
Yes, every man I slept with, that means he has chlamydia, and that means I don't know if he got all 4 STDs, but he definitely have chlamydia, which gives me some kind of comfort. So now I'm going to sleep with a lot of men in different areas to give them STDs and diseases, and I'm super excited. Like, I'm really excited. And like, that means not only do I have STDs, but every man I've slept with got STDs. They got chlamydia. That means they wives have it too. We all burning it and shit.
This chick is absolutely demented, bro. Now, do I believe she's actually, like, really excited? And do I even believe she has this disease? No. I don't believe any of this. Is she sleeping around giving men this? Probably not. But it's just the fact that she's on a live stream saying this. Like, could you imagine, right? Just picture yourself, anyone who's listening to this, booting up a live stream and being like, hey guys, you know, I'm really excited here to talk to you about the hopeful prospects of my gonorrhea quest. So if she was just doing stuff like this, it'd be like, okay, like it's weird, but you're not really saying anything crazy about anyone but yourself. I mean, you're making some pretty horrible claims, but I don't think you're actually going to go out there and do it. Although, still, I do believe that if you are online or anywhere saying this type of crazy stuff, you should be looked into and absolutely be investigated. Again, as you'll see soon, that's not really a crazy statement to make. But what is crazy is Peaches, because she does these streams where it's so clear that she's trolling, but I bet you there are a few people who will fall for this, and the thing that makes me realize it is streams like you're about to see right now, because, I mean, it goes without being said.
Like, they'll be like, oh my God. And I'll be like, what? I'm just shopping, just getting some food. And they'll be like, are you Ariana Grande? And I'll be like, maybe. And they'll be like, oh my God, can I get a picture with you? And I'll be like, well, why not? And sometimes I'll take a picture with people and they would think I'm Ariana Grande. And then after we take the picture, I say, psych, I'm not Ariana Grande, I got you, April Fools. And they'll be like, you're lying. You're totally Ariana Grande. You talk like her, you look like her. I mean, you even smell like her. You know, a lot of people think I smell like Ariana Grande.
So obviously, she's just acting a fool on camera, hoping that maybe people come in and go, is she serious? Does she actually think she looks like Ariana Grande? And there's probably a lot of people out there who did that. And again, if she was just doing this, I don't think anyone would have had a problem with it. But it's what you're about to see now that people really had a problem with. Because first, we need to touch on the abuse of her dog. As you can see, Peaches would do crazy things on camera just to try to elicit a reaction from the chat. But in this picture you see here, you know, it's a picture of an actual video that I really don't want to show because she's just laughing as she keeps yanking the dog back on its leash. And it's one of those things where it's like, why add a dog to this? Why add anyone to your like weird bullshit here? Like if you want to sit there and make a bunch of like crazy claims about yourself that can be anywhere from gross to just downright stupid, well, go ahead. No one cares about that. But when you're on here taking videos of yourself hurting a dog just to try to get some clicks, that's when you've completely lost the plot. And you're not even a content creator, you're not a comedian, you're just a criminal. Like you're just an animal abuser. And luckily, this dog got taken away from her shortly afterwards, and there is police body cam footage of them showing up there. Now, I'm not sure if the body cam footage we're about to look at is directly after the event that this picture is taken from, because Peaches says a lot of crazy stuff on her pages, and said a lot of stuff about the dog too, so I'm not entirely sure on the timeline of this. Nonetheless, when the cops get there, you can see that even when she's not doing her videos or anything, she really doesn't give a damn about this dog. When they ask if she cares about it, she just says, well, I'm thinking of giving it away to my dad. The same dad that her daughter lives with, apparently, because of all the horrible stuff Peaches has said and done about her. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Let's see this body cam footage.
What would people say about?
I said I'm gonna throw him out the window.
You're yelling, you're not helping me.
Okay.
Whose dog?
Mine.
Why would you make that
For followers.
Rory?
For followers?
Oh, Patty.
As you can see, he's fine. Food right there.
What?
So you making threats to harm your dog for followers?
Okay.
Yes, but I didn't do it like that.
How long you had this dog?
No,
A
thank
few
you
weeks.
so much.
Do you want this dog?
Okay, bye-bye.
I mean, I might give it to my dad, but
Where is she? Hold on. She is eating more at this Patty's.
If you were following somebody and they made an allegation that you were harmed something to someone,
yeah, but I make jokes all the time, so I know they make jokes.
that's not funny.
In her bed in the morning.
You're talking about harming a puppy?
I don't even have a window to throw him out of.
Well, you do have a window and you have a door
That
and a
window
balcony.
open.
But you have a door and a balcony.
You were going on the pill. What?
That's
We're not getting pregnant.
that's not something that should be joking about.
At all. He's all scared.
You're scared to death. Why would you make threats to harm them?
Because I know it would get me attention on the internet. I say jokes all the time.
That's not the attention you want.
I want my before
See police there? That ain't the attention you want. Not for no followers.
Have you ever been diagnosed with anything?
Hey, I need something, and there you go. It's going to be a great moment.
Just depression.
Depression, bipolar, or anything like that?
Just depression.
Just depression?
And then anxiety.
Anxiety? Okay. I mean, is there a reason you do what you do?
The label will find me and I could live good.
So someone will sign you and you can live good? Okay. Alright. I mean, like I said,
I mean, that makes sense. You know, I want to do life for me, my dad, and my daughter. I don't see that's being bad.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, but some of the antics you pulled on Instagram, it's not normal.
You know, but that's why I have so many followers.
You only had 459 followers.
No, I don't. It's a fan page.
It's a fan page? You have 1.1 million followers. How much money do you get from Instagram?
I have sponsorships and stuff for maybe like $1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week? Alright. And that's your account.
Yeah.
The cops are there questioning her on why she's saying all this horrible stuff online, and she just chalks it up to, well, it gets me attention. And maybe earlier when I was talking about clout chasing, I may have been using the wrong word, because I think what she was attempting to do here is rage bait her entire audience, get them to be really mad at her, just to leave comments which will then push her name out there further in the algorithm. Obviously, though, again, the cops are right when they tell her that that's not the type of attention she wants, especially when there's video proof now of her pulling on her dog's leash. It doesn't matter to her. It's all funny to her because it still gets more eyes on whatever she's doing, no matter if it's good publicity or bad publicity. And clearly, even though this is bad publicity, she loves it. But what makes it so horrifying is that it continuously gets more and more extreme and more disgusting with the stuff Peaches is saying. Because when using her dog to try to rage bait people isn't enough, she uses one other person in her life to try to do it. Her daughter.
I'm really straight. I only like guys, but I like to my baby just to see her cry. I like to her. I fucking hate that bitch. I put my baby on my to tell him that bitch. I spent the whole night raping my precious daughter.
Yeah, I hate this woman. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This woman is despicable. She absolutely sucks. And even if she never put a finger on her daughter like she claims she did, it's just absolutely abysmal to be claiming these things online. Imagine using your daughter, your own flesh and blood, as a tool to further push this weird internet career you're trying to do. And a lot of people do this, making YouTube channels for their kids and forcing them in front of the camera because they think they can get some clout off of it. But Peaches takes this thing to an entirely new level, a disgusting level, a level that you should never, ever go to, ever putting your kids in danger like this. And again, maybe there's no proof that she was actually doing any of this stuff, but I don't know. All I know is I would never sit in front of the camera and tell people that I want to sell my daughter, that I want to do this horrible, creepy shit to your own daughter. And this is what this woman's doing, and she's laughing it up the whole time. Oh, this is hilarious. And she's doing it to get a reaction like the one I'm giving right now. And guess what? It did work. You did get people mad. But it's not like people are mad and shaking their fists like, oh, I'd love to see this woman go down. People are watching this and going, yo, this woman needs to be behind fucking bars. No joke about it. You don't say this type of shit about your kid. A lot of the videos she put up around this time are things that I'm not even willing to show. One where the baby's crying and she's just telling her to shut up, bitch, all this stuff. So it bled into real life. Even if you're doing that as a joke, it's not a joke. No matter what context you put it in, if you're sitting there swearing at your own infant and recording it to put it online in hopes to get people to get mad at you, you're just a terrible person. You're a piece of shit, and you shouldn't even see the light of day. I get it. YouTube's probably not going to like all this stuff I'm saying, but how can you see somebody like this and feel any other way about it? And for the record, her daughter's name is Cora, and I'm not going to show any pictures or anything, but I think this post you see on screen right now really does encapsulate what type of person she is. Who the fuck thinks it's okay to post something like this? You want to be a rage-baiting nuisance in the street? That sucks, but fine, do it. But don't even joke about wanting to hurt your daughter, to sell your daughter, all this stuff. It just makes people's blood boil to a completely different level, because you never, in your quest for, infamy, add your children to the mix. And then, when I think it can't possibly get worse than her claiming that she's, involving her daughter in a whole bunch of sexual stuff, it does, because here's a video of her claiming that her daughter had passed away, and Do you think she's going to be mournful in it? I mean, obviously the little girl, thank God, didn't pass away. And her dad, like, I want to get this out of the way now. Her dad actually has custody of her child now. So thankfully she can't even be near that child anymore. At least as far as I'm concerned. Maybe she is. And if that's the case, what the fuck are we doing here, people? But I want you guys for 1 second to put yourselves in a really, really uncomfortable situation. Imagine that you are a parent, having to make a video explaining to people that your child had passed away. How would you react? Is it anything like Peaches would here in this video?
So Cora Miracle is dead, and the situation is just over, but I thought I'd do one last goodbye, one last let go. So Cora Miracle, I'm sorry, it's hard not to smile and be serious because I am kind of happy that I no longer have to worry about a child. I'm a little sad, but I'm more happy than sad because I no longer have to worry about her. I figured that I would go to sleep and this was just all a bad dream, and when I woke up she'd be there, you know, crying. When I'll wake up to her crying, but I'm sorry, I can't even pretend to be sad. I'm a little sad about the money. Now that will make me cry. Let me talk about how much money I lost from this. Now I can cry. Let me talk about how much money I lost from this situation. Now I can cry and be serious and cry, okay? But I'm not worried about losing her. It's about all the money I lost. But I tried CPR, I tried everything, and I just couldn't bring her back.
So, like, again, how do you even, like, smile and chuckle talking about the prospect of this happening? Any parent even thinking about doing that would probably break their goddamn heart, but not Peaches here, because all it is to her is a way to get more clicks and views. But it's literally stomach churning to have to imagine that there was a child out there who had to deal with a mother like this. And it's pretty simple to say, just keep the kids out of it. You want to make an ass of yourself screaming about Nicki Minaj on the internet?
Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap! Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap! Nobody else should have won but Nicki Minaj! Nicki Minaj! My female hip-hop artist! Nicki Minaj should have won!
Then go for it. You want to talk about how you like to enjoy eating your own, like, you know, like shit online?
Hey, why do you eat shit?
Because it tastes very good. My favorite shit would be green shit. It tastes really good. My advice to all the ladies out there, if you really want a good meal, when you're on your period...
No. We're just gonna stop it right there, because I have no more time for this bowling ball of a woman to continue grossing me out and making me just so angry about the internet today. And I had heard that all this stuff happened years ago, and this woman wasn't even still on the internet actively. So I really thought, why would I even... Just don't waste your breath, you know. Time's gone by, this woman's not around anymore. Then it only took me a few minutes of researching her to find out that she is still on Instagram. Her 1 million follower account may not exist anymore, but one with over 300,000 is now in its place. Now, if you're wondering if she's doing the same type of humor, let me tell you, I don't know, because I couldn't get very far down her page. It is 90% twerk videos, and I would highly advise you from going over there to save your own corneas like that horror. Don't bestow that upon yourself. However, there were a few things that I noticed. The first of which being that Peaches constantly promotes like some sponsorship she has, which I'm 99% convinced that this is not a sponsorship and much more of a scam. And when you hear exactly what she's constantly saying, you'll probably come to the same conclusion.
Did you know that you can earn $750 just by playing games and answering surveys? Well, it's true. All you have to do is click the link in my bio. That's all you have to do. Is click the link in my bio. Did you know you can earn $750 just by playing games and answering surveys? Well, it's true. All you have to do is click the link in my bio. Did you know that you can earn $750 just by playing games and answering surveys? Well, it's true. All you have to do is click the link in my bio. Click the link in my bio for huge blessing.
I don't even know what the fuck she said in that last one, but she is pushing this, whatever's in her bio, really hard onto people, and I would advise all of you guys to not click that, because I cannot imagine what it is. You are not going to get paid hand over fist for filling out surveys. Maybe there's somewhere that's legit, but on Lovely Peach's Instagram page, highly doubt it. And one final thing I wanted to point out about her current Instagram page is that she's still saying stupid shit in order to get people to comment. Doesn't seem like it's as hardcore as it used to be, but now it's just more, I guess, just empty-headed, just saying a bunch of stuff that she knows people will be like, hey, I can tell you why that's not true, and it'll probably do that. You know, there will be people in those comments telling her how much of a fool she looks like, but again, it's all part of her act. Just because she's faking it doesn't make it all right. You know, all the stuff she said about her daughter, what she actually did to her dog, you can't just say you're playing a character and expect all that to be swept under a rug. But I do want to show you this final video here so you see what Lovely Peaches is up to now.
Good morning and happy Sunday. There were just some things on my mind that I wanted to get off of my chest. As a lot of you know, when I step on my scale, it says error. And a lot of scales have a weight limit. A lot of scales have a weight limit of 400 pounds. I weigh 401 pounds. And I can't help but wonder to myself, why is there a weight limit on scales out of all things? It's hella discriminatory. And I'm really disgusted because, like, why can't I weigh myself? Every time I get on my scale, it says error, and I literally have to go to a hospital or a doctor's office just to weigh myself. And I don't know, it's just really disgusting to me. Like, it makes no sense. Like, why is there a weight limit on scales? So yeah, that's weird. There shouldn't be a weight limit on scales at all. Scales should be inclusive to all body types. And yeah, I just find that to be really disgusting. So that's something that I wanted to talk about. I don't know, it's just something that has been on my mind lately. So yeah. With that being said, happy Sunday and have a blessed and prosperous day. Mwah.
Talk about discriminatory scales aside, it's just weird seeing people like in the comments being like, haha, girl, so funny. Like what do you mean? Like this woman is a straight up monster for the things she said about her daughter, and nobody will convince me otherwise. Nobody in their right mind would say that for attention, for any reason. Like, there is no logical reason you would say that you are going to, sell your daughter, that you are going to do these NSFW acts to her, that you are going to allow men to do these things. And these are all things that Peaches has said. And it's repulsive to me. It's crazy to me that she was able to get away with saying this stuff for so long, only to now still have a very, large platform that people can support you through. You would think after she was gone, that would be the end of it. But she's still here. She still has, 300,000 people to say whatever she wants to, and she's using it to just twerk and show her ass off on her channel. Now, I'll be honest with you, it's the internet. There's a lot of creepy dudes out there, so it wouldn't surprise me if there's some followers who are just like, oh, nice, we love this. And that's probably the way she plans on continuing her internet career. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be videos like this and plenty others there out about Lovely Peaches where people will not let you forget about the horrible things that she's done and said. And people really shouldn't. Nobody who's willing to say things and go to that length just to get some followers is right in the head. And Lovely Peaches is no different. So I think she fits right at home here on the channel with the other rogues gallery of crazies that we cover on a daily or weekly basis anymore. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for sticking through to the end of the video. I know today was a really tough one to watch, and yeah, a lot of times a lot of these videos are a tough watch in themselves, but Peaches and the stuff she says is just, it's sickening, and I really can't blame you if you didn't get to this point of the video, but there's no point in me saying that because you wouldn't be hearing this. Anyway, Thank you guys for always supporting me, sticking around, and being the best community here on YouTube, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You guys are all legends, and just know that if a video like this, if it's like kind of like puts a damper on your day, let me try to lift you up a bit, because I always used to say this at the end of my videos, but always have something in life to look forward to, my friends. Sometimes life gets you down in the dumps. You need something to bring you back up, and after watching a video like this, you probably sure as hell do. But always, no matter what it is and how little it is, maybe you're going to go get pizza next week with a friend. Maybe a new game's coming out. Always find something to look forward to keep pushing you to that next day, because I promise you, when you wake up on that day that you've been waiting for, there ain't nothing like that feeling. Maybe it's vacation. Maybe it's like, I don't know, you're going golfing next week. Whatever it is, just look forward to it, my friends, and put a smile on your face, because it's going to get here before you know it. And until the next time, I will see y'all later. I am out of here, and you guys have a safe rest of your week. Take care.